This is painful. Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I thank you for coming. My name is Lindsay with an E. It's spelled the way it sounds. If you're returning, hello, welcome back, and thank you for coming back. Today, we're going to be baking. There really isn't much pre-planning to this video because about an hour ago, my math teacher, Mrs. Cerny, shout out to her, asked me to make a bake with me video. So this is what I'm doing. We're going to be making chocolate cake. So, let's see what we need. 3 eggs. Do we have eggs? Okay, we have 3 eggs. And okay, I'm gonna grab a bowl. We have a bowl. I'm going to put the eggs in the bowl until I crack them so they don't roll away. And I should also preheat my oven. Okay, I have preheated my oven to 350. Now we can actually get started. Never mind, I should heat it to 375 because we're making cupcakes. Okay, now that that's done, I have to get the cupcake pans ready. And now I have the paper cups and the pans so that it won't make a huge mess, because every time that I don't use these paper cups, the cupcakes stick and then they end up looking terrible. First, I'm going to talk about Twitter. I recently remembered that Twitter exists and I logged back in. And my question is, why do so many people post such personal things or go on extremely long rants just to get 2 to 7 likes? You might get 1 retweet from your best friend. But why would you expose yourself all over Twitter? I know way too much about people that I should not know this well now. Also, there are some people on Snapchat that really need to get a private story. Like, not everyone wants to hear about every single detail of your life. Just get a private story. Another thing about private stories on Snapchat. Why do people talk trash about other people on them? What's the point? If you know that person, obviously you know that person isn't on your story, so why are you throwing shade that they can't see? Make it make sense. It just really doesn't calculate for me. We can get back to the ingredients. More ingredients. We will also need a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. I absolutely love this spoon. It's silicone, but like you can't bend it or anything. I don't know what's on the inside, but I absolutely love it. And we have vegetable oil. We will also need 1 to 4 cups of water. We use the same measuring cup for the water. So, let's get started. If I can open the box. I'm trying to get all of the mix out of the corner because every time I tear open the corner, a ton of mix ends up getting on my counter. And I don't like having to clean the kitchen, so I'm just going to try to keep it clean. I just readjusted the camera angle because I realized that you couldn't see anything really well. And I understand that everything is set up really ugly right now. This is not the Food Network, so I'm going to pour this into my bowl. I'm going to keep that over here. I'm not going to throw it away again because after years of throwing it away and then having to fish the box out of the trash, I have learned, just keep it on the counter. Now, I'm going to make like a little well in the middle of the bowl. And I'm just going to carve out a little space to put all the liquids in. This. You probably couldn't see that too well, but just make a little well. I feel like it's easier because then the liquids won't get stuck at the bottom and then you won't have to like scrape as much. But I don't know. I'm going to add 3 eggs. 2. I'm not a big fan of cracking eggs because I always get like my hands kind of dirty. I don't like my fingers being dirty at all. And last egg. I don't like that. By the way, I didn't show this on camera, but I did wash my hands. I'm going to wash my hands again now. Okay, now 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. When I was younger, I used to constantly mix up the measurements for vegetable oil in the water, and then I would wonder why my stuff came out wrong. I also try to clean up as I go, so there shouldn't be much to clean up. That's 1. Okay. And that is 1 to 4 cups of water. Oh. Apparently, I'm supposed to use a hand mixer for this. I really don't like using a hand mixer because that's just another thing to clean. So I'm going to use a whisk. This is my handy dandy whisk from the Dollar Tree. I'm a makeup YouTuber. This is so much easier if you put the liquid on top. So, I absolutely love baking, but I very rarely bake cupcakes because, as most 16-year-olds do, I go to school and I take cookies to school for my friends and my teachers. But it's harder to transport cupcakes than it is to transport a bag of cookies. A bag of cookies, literally like 36 cookies, can fit into one Ziploc bag. Yeah, Ziploc bag. I would have to individually like do something with the cupcakes, and that's just doing too much. So I very rarely do cupcakes. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with these cupcakes because there are 3 people in my house. None of us want cupcakes. None of us need cupcakes. Before I started this, I didn't even check to see if I had frosting. So I hope that I have frosting because I don't have any butter thawed. Yeah, there's no butter thawed in my kitchen right now. So if there's no frosting, these cupcakes just won't be getting frosted. This is painful. I also don't wear an apron when I'm baking. I really want to, but I never remember to ask my mom to grab me one or to get me one. So I don't know how I stay so clean when I bake because apparently like people be getting stuff all over themselves. I don't do that. I do not like getting dirty. I think I should talk more about high school. I'm in the 10th grade right now and it feels so strange because it seems like just last year I was going into high school, not finishing my freshman year. And it's so strange to me that I'm going to be considered an upperclassman. I'm like, I'm just a large freshman. I don't act like a freshman or anything. I don't know why I'm getting so many texts. I feel like it's my Spanish group chat, so if I have 150 texts by the end of this, I won't be surprised. I stay clean when I bake, but my hands do not. There's batter on my hands. I don't even know why or how, and I'm not having fun. Well, I am having fun, but I don't like having stuff on my hands. Ooh, I should try to get my thumbnail now. Okay, let's try to get this thumbnail. I'm really worried about this because I feel like I'm just gonna be like, and it's gonna pour out. So, mix it a little. I'll try one more time on this side because I can't see this far. I have not great eyesight and my iPad's pretty small. So, I'm going to have to guess. That looks good. Okay, so I'm going to hope that those worked out. Has it been 2 minutes? I don't know. This side got more batter on my hand. I'm going to say that that is good enough. Now I just have to spoon the batter in. I don't know what happened, but years ago, when I first started baking, the most fun part would be at the end when you get to lick the whisk or the spoon or whatever, but now I don't even lick it. I think I'll use this to spoon the batter in. I use the 2-spoon method when spooning batter in. Basically, you take a spoon of batter, you wipe it off, and then you pour it into the pan, and you scrape the batter with the other spoon into the cup. It makes less of a mess, I feel like. That's my main goal when baking, to make not a mess. This is probably the part that I'm worst at. There's always like that one cupcake where I accidentally get batter on the side and that irritates me. So I'm going to try to do this as well as I can. I'm also trying to make them more even. My cupcakes tend to be uneven in sizes. Like I can already tell from these 3, this one's the smallest, this one's the largest, and I don't know how to fix that. I just spilled batter on the outside of the pan. That is exactly what I said I didn't want to do. This part is so tedious. I wish I could just skip this part. Hey, Mom! Oh, never mind. Every day I wake up and I have so little to do because I do all my work and stuff and then I'm finished. Like, what else am I supposed to do? Which is why I make YouTube videos, because that passes a lot of time. Because if you look at my earlier videos, I'm literally wearing a bonnet in some of them. So now I don't do that. I actually do my hair. I do my makeup. I get dressed every single day. I don't care if I'm going anywhere or not. Most of the time I'm not because pandemic. But I get dressed every day. I draw in my eyebrows. I do my hair. I do my makeup and stuff. And then I have to actually film. And then I edit. Editing takes the longest time, definitely, but it is super fun to see like what you can make with videos. If the audio of this video is not good because my camera is so far away from me, I'm going to have to do a voiceover, which is something that I've never done because I honestly don't like the sound of my speaking voice that much. I've been told that I speak very well and I speak eloquently, but I don't like the sound of it very much. But that's just me. I know that everyone like hates their voice, but I really don't like it. Usually when I'm baking, I play music, but I can't do that now because I play my music from my iPad. And I would also get copyrighted, definitely. And I would do that like funny thing where you do the voiceover except it's you singing the song, except I don't curse. And all the songs that I would want to sing have a ton of curse words. So, also, I would like to thank everyone who I know because everyone is like actually, for the most part, really nice about my YouTube channel. But some people just are really haters and I'm like, wow, you really talk trash about a 16-year-old girl having fun in her bedroom and now my kitchen. I've expanded. But I just think that that is a bit funny because, wow. But I love it when people like DM me on Instagram or some of my friends will Snapchat me and they'll be like, I don't even like send them my videos. I usually just post it onto my Snapchat story. And some of them will be like, wow, I really like your video. And I'm like, I didn't even know you would watch it. Thank you. Last week, I got the nicest DM from a stranger. He's a photographer, and he was basically like, I really like your videos. Keep it up. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. So I appreciate all the support. And if you don't support me, that is also really fine. No one is required to watch my videos. So far, I'm 27 minutes in. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. So if you're not even watching at this point, that is fine. Nobody is required to be your friend. No one is required to be your fan. But for everyone that is my friend and my fan, I thank you so much because it is appreciated. Out loud. So far, I've only screwed up once in all of these cupcakes, which is probably my best track record in a while. This is so much more tedious than just making cookies or brownies. Oh, that makes it 2. Okay, so yeah, I shouldn't have spoken so soon. I jinxed myself. That just reminded me, do you guys remember the movies Halloween Town? I absolutely love the Halloween Town movies. I love Return to Halloween Town. That was my favorite. I've seen it so many times. It's not even funny. I feel like I'm gonna do another video like another recent one that I gave movie suggestions. I think I'm gonna do that for Disney Channel original movies because there are so many young people and they're forgetting the original Disney Channel original movies. And they're like, High School Musical. I'm like, what about Xenon? What about the Cheetah Girls movies? You can't forget about those. I'm trying to keep it alive. I should not have this much batter left over. That's not good. There are 24 cupcakes and there is this much batter left, which if you can see is a lot. So we're gonna go back through and we're gonna add more. I kind of want to try that thing one day that I've seen online. You empty out a ketchup bottle and you clean it and everything, and then you put pancake mix or cupcake mix or something and you put it in the bottle so that you can easily squeeze it. I want to know how that would work out with this because I am not the best at pouring this batter. So I will literally take any help that I can get, even if it is from a ketchup bottle. I'm going to talk about TikTok now. My dad said that he's going to follow me on TikTok. Not sure how I feel about that. Am I the only one that has so many great ideas for TikToks, but I just never have the energy to make the effort to film the TikTok and then put the text on it and stuff? Because every time I do, that's when they flop. And then when I make a stupid one that takes me 5 seconds to make, that's when it actually does well. So I have so many TikToks that I should probably make for AP Government, but you never know. So far, I've only made one out of, I want to say I had like 10 ideas that were pretty good. People are literally texting me and I give them my ideas because I'm like, I'm not going to film this. In other recent news, my mom also has 2 cats and one of them is pretty tall. She has recently learned how to open doors. She literally opened the door to my bedroom and I was like, what are you doing? At first I expected to be my mom because that's the only other person who was home at the time who can open doors. And then it was a cat that walked in. I was like, first of all, you aren't supposed to be in here. Second of all, you're a cat. You don't open doors. If that's interesting to anyone. Now that all of these have as much batter as I can put into them, I'm going to wipe around where I spilled all of this batter. I have the hiccups. wiping off the batter before you bake it helps a lot, because then your pans won't be discolored because nothing will get baked onto them. So I just take my finger and you just wipe off all the batter. It's really simple. It only takes a second. Now I am completely done, and we can put these in the oven 14 to 19 minutes. I find that with my oven, at least, when I put it in for the minimum time, I thought I got something on my sleeves. When I put it in for the minimum time, it comes out underbaked. And if I put it on the highest time, it's going to be a little bit overbaked. So I always go for right in the middle, because I know that my oven is not exactly accurate. I want to say it's about 5 degrees off. So I always just go for the middle. That's probably what you should do if you also don't know like how your oven works very well. Okay, I've set the timer for 16 minutes. And now, before I clean up, I'm going to taste the batter because I haven't actually tasted it. Because it's bad form to eat while you're baking. That's just disgusting. That's super good. I hate that. Some people like taste the batter as they're making it. I'm like, that is absolutely disgusting. Maybe it's just me. Because the desserts I make, I'm usually making for someone else or for my friends and stuff. So I obviously wouldn't taste it while I'm baking it, because that's just disgusting. So just wait till everything's in the oven, and then you can eat whatever you want after. So once these come out of the oven, I will be back to show you the final product. Until then, let's go. Okay, I'm back. The cupcakes are finished. I also have out these racks. I have this tall rack here, and then I also have I have a smaller rack under it so that they take up less room. So I'm gonna bring the cupcakes out now so we can see how they're looking. These turned out really well. They aren't entirely even, but I'm not mad at it. I see this one is a tiny one, but that's okay. But overall, these turned out really good. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. These are hot. Now I'm just going to put them onto the racks. I would really like to thank everyone for watching, because I know that this video is probably super long and it wasn't even that entertaining, but I'm going to try to make it entertaining, because editing, it's like Photoshop, but for your personality. Okay, there's 12 on this one. Wait. Oh, okay. For a second I thought I couldn't count. I was like, how can there be 12 on both of these and have one left over? That does not make sense. Make it make sense. The numbers don't calculate. I decided that I'm not going to frost these because they look really good on their own and they probably taste good, so I'm not going to ruin them with chocolate frosting that's already pre-made. So I really thank you for watching. If you haven't done this already, please like this video and comment down below what you want to see in the future, because if you request something, I will make it, because yeah, I will do that for you. And you should also subscribe so that way you know when I make new videos. And I thank you so much for watching again. I hope that you are having an amazing evening, morning, noon, night, whenever you are, wherever you are. So I will say this, and bye!